Hi folks, we got a quick and dirty here today. Thanks for joining. We have an old sports car. It's an old Mustang. It's an old Mustang. We drive it in the summer. Um, let's call it a summer car. It's not that valuable, but it's nice to drive. It's got some juice to it. But it's a back wheel drive, and we don't drive that into winter season. Now, last winter, I just left a battery in the car and forgot all about it. Well, come this spring, the battery was dead. And naturally, I thought I could just give it a boost and everything would be cool. But, that wasn't the case. I did get the car running with a boost, but the battery didn't charge. Every time I'd even drive the car for half an hour just to get the battery charged up. You turn it off, turn it on again, and click, click, nothing. There was no voltage being supplied to the battery. I took it to my mechanic, whom I trust, which is a good thing. He put it on an industrial charger, or I don't know if you call it an industrial charger, a high-powered charger for a full day, and nothing happened. So what we had to do was go back and purchase a new battery for the car. So this hunk of lead acid is a 12-volt, 725 CCA. For those that don't know what CCA means, it means cold crank amps. And that is basically the amount of current that a battery can provide at, I believe, 0 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds before the voltage drops down below 7.2 volts, which I believe, I'm not sure, I guess 7.2 volts is the minimum charge you need to charge a battery. I'm not sure. Obviously, the higher the CCA, the better the battery's ability to crank an engine. We're talking 0 degrees Fahrenheit. I believe that's, what is that? 32. That's minus 18 degrees Celsius for everybody living outside the US. Not sure why the US hasn't converted to metric yet. I would assume that it's all about costs, to tell you the truth. But that's just a guess. Anyways, I digress. I purchased this. Let me put this out of the way. I purchased this here charger maintainer /maintainer from Amazon. It is, let me just read what it is, a 12 volt 2 amp charger maintainer. Looks like it has 4 LEDs on it. Let me just show it to you guys. It has 4 LEDs for power, charge full, and I'm not sure what that exclamation is. I'll just a reverse polarity indicator. If you have the positive and negative cables reversed, this little LED will light up. What else does it have? 12 volts, 2 amps, as I mentioned. This unit is designed for charging and maintaining both 12 volt lead acid and 12 volt lithium ion batteries. We've got 100 to 200 volt AC, and it runs at 50 to 60 milliamp. And it runs at 50 to 60 hertz. Okay, so it's really plug and play. As I mentioned, it is listed as the #1 bestseller on Amazon. I paid $28 Canadian, which is roughly, what is that? 3/4 of 28, 14 and 7, 21 bucks, $21 US. There is a microprocessor in this unit which will automatically charge the battery at the proper charge rate. I mean, it's not going to overcharge the battery. And I guess when the battery drops below the 12 volts, it'll bump it back up to 12 just so the battery doesn't drain. Having the battery drain is not a good thing. It shortens the life. You want to keep it charged up over the winter, and worst case scenario is what happened to me. The battery dies and you have to replace it next spring. So I'm going to keep it in the basement, keep this plugged in, let it charge. What happens when this is fully charged, the unit will turn off. When it drops below 12 volts, it'll kind of bump it back up. Let's put it together here just to show you. This isn't going to be the resting spot for it. I just want to show it for demonstration purposes. It's called a motor power. Who makes motor power? Let me just quickly Google that. Motor power. The About Us page is blank. Gives you no information, so whatever. All right, how does this go? Red's positive. Black is ground. Black is negative. Always. Let's plug it in. So, plugged in. Power's on. It looks like it's charging. It mentions that it's not going to overcharge. You don't want this overcharging. It's not good for the battery. So we'll keep this going. We're just going to leave it like this over the winter. Bob's your uncle. Thanks for joining. Quick and dirty. Until next time.